Sagittarius, the most sacred zodiac sign, the one truly chosen by God. Have you ever felt that an invisible thread was quietly guiding your life? A miraculous force you couldn't explain with logic, but your heart recognized instantly? Perhaps it was not just faith, not just a collection of personal dreams, but a sacred calling, etched deep into your soul long before you ever cried your first breath. And if you carry within you the mark of Sagittarius, if your heart has never ceased to urge you towards something greater than yourself, then perhaps you are among the rare few souls chosen by God. Today, on this journey, we will explore together why Sagittarius is not just a zodiac sign, but a living symbol, a symbol of undying faith, eternal light, and a sacred mission entrusted by the universe. Stay with me, because every moment ahead will reveal truths your soul has always known. Truths that life's noise may have momentarily made you forget. And if somewhere deep within, your heart stirs at this calling, I invite you to leave a comment. I am ready to embrace my sacred destiny. Because that affirmation is not just for yourself, it is a powerful connection to the current of energy that is waiting to guide you forward. If these words resonate with you, do not forget to like and share this video, so that the light within you has the chance to ignite countless other flames. Let us walk together, for what awaits you is deeper than anything you have ever imagined. There is something strange and wondrous that always resides in the heart of those born under the sign of Sagittarius. Something that cannot be measured by achievement, nor framed by material standards. It is light. A light that is neither noisy nor flashy, yet powerful enough to shine through the darkest nights of life. If you have ever met a true Sagittarius, you will recognize it immediately, not through their words, but through the way they make you feel. As if a silent fire burns within them, a fire not born of this world, but one that originates from a far more sacred realm. I have always believed that in the grand design of the universe, Sagittarius was not born to live for themselves alone. They are children of light, souls sent to earth with a silent yet profound mission. To carry within their hearts a vision that transcends human limits. And to ignite in the darkest corners the hope that, no matter how hard the journey, something sacred is still guiding us all. The presence of a Sagittarius in someone's life is an invaluable gift. They have the ability to make you believe in things your rational mind had long abandoned. When every door seems to slam shut, when your faith flickers like a candle against the storm. It is the innate optimism and unconditional courage of a Sagittarius that quietly helps you move forward. Not by painting hollow fantasies, but by embodying an unwavering belief that life, even with all its trials, is still a journey worthy of our whole hearts. I have witnessed many Sagittarians fail, be wounded, and suffer loss, but what has always left me in deep admiration is the way they rise. They do not complain. They do not resent. They do not drown in despair. Instead, they choose to lift their heads, smile at life, and quietly whisper, maybe today is the storm, but tomorrow, surely, the sun will rise. And it is precisely this endless faith that makes them friends, guides, and lighthouses for countless souls lost in the dark. If you are a Sagittarius, or if you carry within you the qualities of one, please remember, the world needs you more than you may realize. Today's society is saturated with skepticism, surrounded by cold walls of pragmatism and self-interest. In a world slowly forgetting how to believe in the good, your presence is nothing short of a miracle. Every time you choose to trust, every time you choose to forgive, every time you open your arms to the world, you are not just living for yourself. You are igniting hope in countless hearts you may never even meet. There is a question I want you to ponder in this very moment. How long has it been since you allowed yourself to keep dreaming, to keep believing, to keep acting as if miracles still exist? If these words touch you, if a part of you is quietly trembling before this unspeakable truth, leave a comment. I choose to keep believing. Do not hesitate, because that affirmation is more than a small action. It is a sacred agreement between your heart and the universe, affirming that you are ready to become a light for yourself and for the world. In astrology, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion, generosity, faith, and unexpected blessings. When you live true to your Sagittarian essence, you are not just expanding your personal horizons. You are opening gateways for grace, opportunities, and miracles to flow into your life. But like all sacred gifts, these blessings are not given lightly. They are reserved for those brave enough to keep their inner flame burning, even when the everyday storms of life try to extinguish it. I believe every Sagittarius is a traveler, not only across physical lands, but across the vast landscapes of the spirit. They carry within them a sacred compass, always pointing toward higher purposes. Even when they lose their way, even when they stumble, they never stop seeking. Because deep within their hearts, there is a call that never ceases to echo. A call toward something greater, something brighter, something more divine. If you have ever felt different, if you have ever felt that a calm, safe life is not enough to make your heart race, then please understand. It is not instability. It is the calling of your soul's mission. A gentle reminder that you were not born to settle. You were born to soar, to transcend, to see horizons others have never dared to dream of. And because of this, there will be nights when you feel alone amidst a sea of people. There will be mornings when you wonder if this journey is truly worth it. But please remember, the souls who are chosen always carry within them the map to lands where few have ever tread. That loneliness is not a sign of mistake. It is a sign that you are walking the path meant for you. If at this very moment, your heart is silently nodding in agreement, if a tear is welling up without a name, then please know, you are not alone. And this invitation, the invitation to keep moving forward, the invitation to hold onto the light within your heart, is meant especially for you. Whisper to the universe, I am ready to become a torch for the lost souls. Affirm yourself. Because the journey ahead, where the flame within you will not only light your way, but will also ignite the path for generations to come, is waiting just beyond. And that is exactly when the next sacred talent of those marked by Sagittarius will begin to reveal itself. There are flames born to light a home. There are flames born to warm a city. But there are also flames, like the heart of a Sagittarius, born to illuminate an entire generation, an entire era. The fire within Sagittarius is not something easily seen with the naked eye. It is not an explosive burst, nor an ostentatious display. It is a steady, silent flame burning deep within the hidden corners of their soul. A flame ignited by faith, nourished by hope, and never defeated by any storm. For me, one of the most beautiful things about a true Sagittarius is their ability to keep that flame burning, even when everything around them has been swallowed by darkness. Throughout the years of my life, I have witnessed countless people give up. Countless hearts wither under the weight of disappointment. Countless dreams collapse under the burden of doubt. But a true Sagittarius, even in their darkest hours, quietly rekindles the flame within themselves, then uses that light to ignite others. Because for them, giving up faith is never an option. I will never forget the image of a Sagittarius friend from years past. He had lost everything, his job, his family, his honor. At one point, everyone around him believed he would collapse, that his light had been extinguished. But I witnessed with my own eyes, on the coldest night of his life, he still lifted his head, gazed up at the sky, smiled, and whispered, "This is not the end. I believe I still have a reason to go on." And somehow, through some miraculous way, that small ember of faith carried him through the long night. and led him to a life even more radiant than before. The faith of Sagittarius is not blind. It is a kind of faith forged through pain, through loss, through moments of almost unbearable despair. It is the kind of faith born from a deep understanding that light only truly matters when you dare to face the darkness. That hope is only truly precious when you have no reason left to hope, and yet you choose to hope anyway. Have you ever felt that your life was like a journey without a map? As if you were fumbling through the darkness, holding only a fragile flame in your hand? If you are feeling that way, please know, you are not alone. And that very flame, no matter how small, no matter how fragile, is the most precious thing you possess. Do not snuff it out. Do not doubt it. Because that flame is what will lead you home. What will guide you to the true mission of your soul. If a part of you is awakening, if you can feel the sacred flame beginning to stir within you, whisper a vow to the universe. I pledge to keep the sacred flame alive within my heart. Let that vow be the sacred covenant between you and yourself. Between you and the one who placed that light within you from the very beginning. In astrology, Jupiter, the ruling planet of Sagittarius, is not just a symbol of luck. It is the embodiment of expanded faith, of hope that rises beyond all limits, of soul maturity earned through journeys filled with challenges. A true Sagittarius knows that often, the most beautiful things only come after the greatest losses. They know there is no path to the light that does not pass first through a stretch of darkness. And so they walk forward with courage, even when their first steps are marked by wounds and silent doubts. Perhaps you are in a chapter of life where everything seems to be falling apart. Perhaps you are asking yourself, is there still a reason to believe? If you are a Sagittarius, or if you carry the spirit of a Sagittarius within you, the answer is always yes. Because your faith does not rely on external proof. It is fueled by a source of light within you that can never be extinguished. You do not need to see the whole road to know you are walking in the right direction. You only need to keep the flame alive in your heart. And step by step, that light will guide your way. I believe that in an era where faith is becoming increasingly rare, the world needs flames like yours more than ever. The world needs those who dare to believe in the good, even when everyone else sees only despair. The world needs those who dare to keep moving forward, even when the road ahead is swallowed by fog. The world needs people like you, those whose every step lights up another corner of darkness. And if you are hearing these words now, perhaps it is not by accident. Perhaps it is a reminder from the universe that the flame within you has never gone out, that you still have a sacred journey ahead, and that by holding steadfast to the faith in your heart, you are helping make this world a better place. If you feel inspired, if you feel the flame within you burning stronger, please share this video. Who knows, your light might be the miracle someone out there, lost in despair, has been desperately searching for. Let your light spread. Become living proof that no matter how harsh life may be, the flame of faith, if kept alive, will never fail. And from that flame, from that unyielding perseverance, another sacred quality will awaken within you. The mark of souls chosen by the divine. The mission to rise above yourself, to surpass all small limits, and to live fully in response to the great calling that the universe has placed within you since the dawn of time. Not everyone is born with such a mark. There are souls who pass through life quietly, never stirred awake from the slumber of the material world. But there are also souls who from the very first breath have a sacred mark etched into their being, a secret whisper between them and the Creator, a covenant that they would not merely live to exist, but would rise. Rise above every ordinary limit. And become a light for the world. Sagittarius is one of those souls. In the heart of every Sagittarius, there is a call that cannot be silenced. A call that urges them never to settle. Never to stop at small victories. Never to be satisfied with fleeting glories. For deep within their souls, they know they were born to fulfill a mission far greater than their own lives. They carry the mark of those chosen, not for indulgence, but for service. Not to flee from the darkness, but to walk into it and ignite light. I have always believed that the greatest challenge for a chosen soul is not to battle the outer world, but to conquer the limits within themselves. A true Sagittarius will soon realize that the greatest journey of their life is not to roam the world in search of something, but to return to the most radiant essence of their soul. The essence of light, of hope, of a faith that never runs dry. But to get there, they must overcome themselves. They must overcome the fear of failure. Overcome the silent doubts gnawing at them during lonely nights. Overcome the temptation of comfort. The easy paths their soul knows were never meant for them. And overcome the false pride, the small ego. To humbly bow before the sacred journey they committed to long before they were born. Perhaps you have wondered why your life has faced more storms than others. Why your dreams seem to demand more blood, sweat, and tears than most. Why, despite all your efforts, there are times you feel like a wandering soul lost in this world. If you are feeling that way, please know, it is not a punishment. It is the sign of a soul that has been chosen. For the souls entrusted with the greatest missions are always the ones who must endure the greatest trials. If these words are awakening something deep within your heart, please leave a simple yet powerful affirmation. I accept my sacred mission. Do not hesitate. Because when you dare to acknowledge that you are called, you open the door for divine powers to walk beside you. I once heard a spiritual teacher say, the chosen souls are never born to walk the easy road. They are born to become the road. And I believe that. A true Sagittarius does not merely seek meaning for themselves. They transform their very life into a living map. A map that those who are lost can look upon and find hope. To do this requires not just courage to fight, but courage to accept. To accept that sometimes, they will have to walk against the crowd. To accept that there will be cold, lonely nights. To accept that their light will make them different. And that difference will not always be celebrated by the world. But still, they walk. Still, they hold fast to faith. Because they know they are not walking alone. They walk with a promise etched into their soul long before they ever knew what fear was. There is a profound lesson I wish to share with you. You who carry this sacred mark. That overcoming yourself does not mean becoming perfect. No one asks you to never fall. A sacred mission does not demand perfection. It demands the courage to keep walking. Even if all you can do is crawl. Even if all you have left is a small, trembling step forward. It demands humility to learn from every wound, every fall. It demands an open heart to forgive yourself every time you stumble. Because with each step you take, with each time you choose to rise again, the light within you becomes stronger, brighter, more eternal. If you ever feel that your journey is unbearably lonely, remember, you are not alone. Every Sagittarius soul, wherever they may be in the world, is walking alongside you on silent but magnificent paths. We, the ones who are called, are the silent warriors. The keepers of the flame for humanity during its darkest nights. If you feel moved, if some part of you is trembling at this reminder, Please share this video as a way to let your light spread. Perhaps your light will be the only hope for someone out there struggling desperately in the darkness. And as you continue walking along the path destined for you, remember, the mark of the chosen is not a burden. It is an honor, a gift, a testament that your soul was found worthy among millions of stars. And it is from this overcoming, from this journey of never surrendering, that the next sacred talent within you will slowly reveal itself. A talent that will become an endless source of inspiration for future generations. A talent that will turn pain into light, defeat into miracles, and a personal journey into an everlasting legacy for humanity. There are moments in life when we cannot imagine that we are standing on the threshold of an awakening. There is no blinding light, no thunderclap, just an ordinary morning, when you wake up and find that everything familiar suddenly feels distant. Just a quiet afternoon, when you pause to gaze at the sky and wonder, have I forgotten something more important than all my busy days? For a Sagittarius, these moments are not coincidences. They are a calling, a gentle yet powerful call from the One who placed a sacred flame in your heart from the very beginning. I have always believed that every awakening begins with a nameless unease, a vague echo from deep within the soul, reminding you that it is time to step beyond your small limits. Time to remember the real reason you were sent into this world. And for Sagittarius, that calling is especially clear, because you were not born to live a life of small dreams. You were born to open new horizons, not just for yourself, but for all those still searching for the way through the darkness. On the journey of awakening, Sagittarius will face trials that are not easy. There will be days when you feel like you are swimming against the current, in a vast, endless ocean, alone and exhausted. There will be moments when even the people you love most cannot understand why you refuse the easy roads, why you choose paths filled with hardship that no one forced you to take. But deep down, you know, you have no other choice. Because your soul does not seek comfort. Your soul seeks truth. And that truth can only be found in the journey where you dare to step beyond the safety, where you dare to risk, where you dare to embrace both the light and the darkness within yourself. I have seen Sagittarians who, after years of wandering across the world, finally found the most sacred temple, not in some faraway place, but within their own hearts. Because the greatest journey is not the journey outward. It is the journey inward. The journey back to the pure, strong, and radiant essence that God placed within you from the very beginning. The journey back to the flame that has never gone out, only waiting for you to recognize it, to rekindle it with all the love, faith, and courage you possess. If, in this moment, you feel something stirring in your heart, a vague longing, a tear welling up without reason, a whisper as soft as the wind but stronger than any spoken word, then know this. It is not an illusion. It is the call of your soul, the call of the universe, the call from the One who chose you long before you even understood the meaning of time. Have the courage to step toward that calling, even if the journey is shrouded in mist, even if your legs tremble, even if your heart is full of doubt. Step forward, because with every step you take, the universe will lay down more light beneath your feet. And with each step toward your sacred mission, you will not only find meaning for yourself, but you will open the way for countless other souls to find their light as well. If these words touch you, if your heart is silently nodding, leave a comment. I am ready to embark on my awakening journey. It is not just a declaration. It is a vow. A vow you make to your own soul. That you will not turn away from the sacred calling echoing within you. I have always believed that every Sagittarius who awakens becomes not just stronger. They become silent inspirers. Those who light up an entire generation simply by living true to their own truth. There is no need for grand speeches. No need for glittering titles. Only the presence of sincerity. The quiet courage that refuses to yield. And the light in their heart that cannot be extinguished. Awakening is not a destination. Awakening is a beginning. It is a vow that from now on, you will live not only for small personal dreams, but for a mission greater than your own life. You will live to ignite, to heal, to open new doors for a world that is thirsting for hope. And if you dare to walk forward, you will realize a miraculous truth. You were never alone. Each time you choose light, millions of souls walk alongside you. Every small act you do from your awakened heart, a smile, an encouraging word, a gesture of love, creates ripples of light that spread far beyond what the eyes can see. If you feel that you are ready to live with the full brilliance God placed within you, then spread this energy by sharing this video, so that your light may reach even more hearts. Because you are not awakening for yourself alone. You are awakening for all the souls waiting for your light to find their way home. And when that awakening flame blazes within you, an even deeper sacred mission will be revealed. The mission of a Sagittarius not only lighting their own path, but becoming an eternal lighthouse for countless souls lost on the ocean of life. Some lights are kindled just to illuminate a room. Some lights are bright enough to light an entire street. But there are also souls, like true Sagittarians after their awakening, who were entrusted by God with the mission to become the lighthouse for an entire generation. A light not just to show the way for themselves, but to guide, to heal, and to awaken lost souls from the darkness. I have always believed that every awakened soul becomes a center of vibration, a point of light within the invisible web that connects us all. When a Sagittarius awakens, when they choose to live true to the light within them, the world around them begins to change. Not through grand declarations, not through noisy revolutions, but through a quiet, undeniable presence. Like a small flame in the middle of a winter night, warm enough to comfort even the coldest heart. The mission of an awakened Sagittarius is not to save the world through personal power. Their mission is deeper, simpler. To keep the flame of hope alive. To remind those who have forgotten that there is still light. There is still a way back. There are still miracles waiting just beyond despair. I know that at times, you may feel too small before the vast pains of the world. You may wonder if the little light you carry can truly make a difference. But please remember, every great fire begins with a small spark. And sometimes, it is that single, tiny flame, lit at the right moment and in the right place, that can save a soul from eternal darkness. If ever you feel weary, if ever you wonder whether your quiet efforts matter, please remember, the light you carry in your heart is not yours alone. It is a gift sent into this world through you. And every kind act, every loving word, every belief you hold firm amidst the storms of doubt, is planting seeds for a brighter future. Not only for yourself, but for everyone lucky enough to cross your path. If these words are awakening something within you, if your heart is stirring before this simple, profound truth, please leave a comment. I choose to be the light for this generation. Let that affirmation become a sacred vow. Not just between you and me, but between you and your eternal soul. The greatest lesson I have learned, after many years observing awakened souls, is this: you do not need to be perfect to become the light. You only need to be sincere. You only need to be brave. You only need to keep walking. Keep believing. Keep loving. Even when no one is watching. Even when no one applauds. Even when no one acknowledges you. Because true light never needs an audience. True light simply shines. And in shining, it works its miracles. A Sagittarius who has awakened knows. True success is not found in the brilliant achievements the world applauds. True success lies in how many times you chose light over darkness. How many times you chose kindness over bitterness. How many times you chose hope over despair. Even when no one saw it but you. And the one who placed the flame in your heart. If you are hearing these words now, I believe you are standing at the threshold of a new chapter. A chapter where you no longer live just for yourself, but for all who need you. A chapter where every day, every choice, every action you take, becomes part of the invisible network of light, quietly remaking this world. Walk forward with the firm faith that no act of kindness is ever wasted. No light is ever too small. And no heart, when lit by true faith, is incapable of working miracles. If these words have touched the deepest part of your heart, please share this video as a way to ignite other souls. Let your light spread. From heart to heart. From soul to soul. Transcending time and space. And remember, you are not merely a bearer of the light. You are the light. A vital piece of the sacred tapestry that the Creator is weaving for this world. The true journey is only just beginning. The light within you is not only burning, it is calling. And perhaps, just one more step forward from you will help an entire generation find their way through your light.